Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Mikoto Fell in Love with Naruto. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was the ultimate Saiyan over on Anime King 3, and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was a badass with godlike abilities, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos over on Anime King 2, Anime King 3, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, we'll just begin this new episode. Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, as Naruto and Shikamaru was currently on their mission, as they set down the package, they waited for the person to take it up, as they waited for the information leak. It was then that three guys came as two of them went to the bar, and one of them picked the package up as all of them left. When all of them arrived towards their secret spot, they were confused as they saw the leader getting so angry. The man threw the book down as there was nothing but drawing of penises inside, as Naruto had drawn it on every single page just to piss them off. They tried to attack him, but Shikamaru subdued them in the shadow, and it was over. As Shikamaru was going back to the sand, as Naruto greeted Gaara before he headed off, it didn't take him too long as he ran back to Konoha at full speed. It just took him mere hours. Arriving back at the village, he reported back into Tsunade before he headed off as he came face to face with Sasuke, who was just coming back from a mission. The receptionist was flirting with Sasuke, but yet he didn't even seem to notice, as Naruto spoke to him about it the way out. When Sasuke returned, Sasuke seemed to have a good conversation with her, as it seemed like Naruto talking to him helped. With that, Sasuke was gone after a few hours, taking another mission. Tsunade told Naruto that she had literally forced him to take these off, otherwise he would burn himself out. As Naruto went to pick up Mikoto, the both of them transformed as they went out. And just like that, it happened for months upon months. The both of them transforming and going to various places. As it was close to her birthday, as Naruto brought her up to have a wonderful night, dressing up all wonderful. But they kind of ticked off one of the waitresses. As they talk about his name, the man got really angry at that. They were escorted out of the restaurant as they didn't know what happened. They took it towards the Hokage's monument, as the both of them sat up there. As they spoke, things became rather hot and heavy, as they took it to his apartment. Unlike the last time when they were drunk, now things were more better, as the both of them sleep together that night. Waking up in the morning, as Naruto was greeted by the wonderful sight and the wonderful view as well. As he got done washing their clothing, as he made his way back up, as she spoke to him about what this was, she wanted a family again. As she couldn't ask him to do that, he was still young. There was more that he could do, more experience in other areas. She couldn't ask him to settle for her, as Naruto didn't know what it was, but over the past couple of months, the feeling in his heart has magnified, and he realized that he loved her. The situation was still tricky given that she was Sasuke's mother and all, but she felt the same way, as she was so happy as she planted a gentle kiss on his lips. So yeah guys, it was basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place for yourself. So just to begin this new episode, Naruto's eyes slowly opened as he stretched his arms. He was a ninja. He was used to not getting these long periods of sleep. But sleeping for so long, his muscles, his joints, as he stretched, there was a lot of pop and cracks. As he realigned himself, his bedmate was not really a heavy sleeper, as she slowly stretched herself as well, before gently placing her head on his chest. As Naruto combed his hand through her hair, she looked up towards him as Naruto placed a kiss on her lip. It was kind of awkward in their position, but neither complained, as she rested her head back on his chest as he ran a hand through her hair. "Morning, love," said Naruto. He has never said that before, but he did not regret the words, as a small warm smile came on her lips. She rolled over. "Good morning," she said, as she was on top of him, looking rather cute. "You're in a good mood, huh?" "How could I not be?" she said, as she gave a wide grin. "Well, I'm glad you are, because a smile looks really gorgeous on you." As she used her hands as leverage, as she leaned over him, their forehead touching together. "All because of you," she said gratefully, as they brought their lips together. But it did not just stop there. They carried on into a much more passionate makeout session. It didn't take long for things to escalate, beyond the point of no return. "Well, I see someone's awake as well," she said, as she looked down. As she saw him blushing a bit, she gave him a cute pout, and Naruto lost himself, as things escalated, beyond the point of no return. Things started to cool down after a long while, as Naruto was currently locking the door behind him, as he was gonna get their laundry. Locking his door was something he never did that often, but he would never risk someone walking in on her, as he went towards the laundry room to receive their clothing. When all the clothes were placed in a basket, he picked it up as he left. The moment he stepped up the wooden staircase, he froze as he heard a voice call his name. "Shit, no good," he said, as the voice called once again, this time more louder and more direct. She was getting closer, as he turned a smile. "Sakura, nice to see you," he said. That was a lie. This was the worst time for her to show up. Her crushed mom was topless in his house, so this was the worst time, as he had to keep his happy self to not raise any suspicions. As she caught up with him, as he saw the frown in her face, not only was she here, she was already in a bad mood. "Where have you been?" "Here," he said, as she followed after him. "Really? Tsunade said that when she sent someone to get you, no one answered." "I had a late night. I probably did not hear the knocking." "You should have gone to bed earlier then. You know that you're on call, right?" As Naruto nodded, they were standing on the landing floor to his apartment door. Yeah, I know," he said. "Is that why you're here? To come and get me?" he said. "Yes, it's a mission," she said. "Got it. I'll be there. See you soon," he said. His words were short and direct, but she would not leave. It is like she was standing there expecting him to invite her inside. As he turned to his door, the basket was transferred to his right hand. This put the basket close to Sakura's view, who looked at the contents. She gasped, as Naruto snapped his head around, realizing his mistake. On the top of the clothing was the two things that he wanted to hide. They were exposed for the world to see. Who are those?" she said, as she pointed at undergarments. His mind tried to find something to say. "Do you have a girl over?" He almost admitted to that, but in his panic, stupid state of being caught, his mind forced him to deny everything. "No," he said. Damn it, he cursed. What else could he say to explain this? "Why do you have them then?" she said. His mind went blank, as he could not come up with a response. Unfortunate for him, Sakura came up with her own answer. You stole them." The accusation was ludicrous, but he did nothing to help the situation. "What? No," he said. "You pervert," she shouted, her fist cocked back, as they were too close, and he could do nothing, and plus his hands were occupied. He braced himself for impact as she slammed right into his stomach. On the other side of the door was Mikoto, who was sitting waiting. As Naruto wasn't back yet, as she went out to the main room to look for him. She also looked for the shirt that she had borrowed, but in their little fest this morning, they had thrown it somewhere, and she couldn't find it. It was then that she heard voices, one of them being Naruto, and there was someone else. As she heard a scream, and then a loud bang. The front door could not handle the strength of Sakura's punch as Naruto's body hit against it, as it broke off the handle. Mikoto watches Naruto fly into the house, while spinning slowly, as the clean clothes were sent everywhere. As Naruto pulled himself up, "Man, I just had that replaced," he said, as he looked towards the destroyed door. But that did not last long as Sakura was marching towards him, slamming her fist into her palm. Because of her rage, she did not notice a woman on the couch. As Naruto tried to back up, but he hit into the same wall. "I didn't steal them," he said. "Then why are they here?" she said. "They're mine." Sakura froze as she heard the voice, as her temper instantly vanished. As her head snapped around, she saw the black-haired woman, putting on the same bra that Naruto, well, she thought that he had stolen. During the impact, the clothing flew right into Mikoto's lap, so she was able to cover her modesty. "Who are you?" Sakura asked. But the woman did not answer her. Instead, she walked over towards Naruto and looked him over before assisting him up. When she realized he was fine, she finally gave her answer. "I'm his girlfriend." It was said in a sweet voice, but there was a hostile undertone. Sakura's confidence shrunk. "Really?" As Sakura was thrown for a loop, the thought of Naruto having relations with someone, well, it threw her. As she inspected the other woman, that quizzical look over her face. "She is," said Naruto. "Now, can you leave or something? There's a few things I have to take care of. It won't take too long." She nodded as she quickly left, mumbling a few things to herself. She would have closed the door on the way out, but he was kind of on the floor. When Naruto could no longer sense her, he released a breath that he was holding as he faced his newly declared girlfriend. "Well, we just dodged a bullet. I don't think that she has the slightest clue of who you are." "That's good. But she came by to tell me that I've been called for a mission, so I'll be out for a while." Mikoto nodded as the two picked up his scattered clothes so they could get dressed. After getting dressed, the two of them left in the same way Sakura did. As Naruto looked back towards the busted door, the landlord is gonna be pissed. After a few minutes, the both of them transformed. As they made their way back towards the Uchiha compound, they couldn't hop from rooftop to rooftop, as they had to play the civilian card. They finally came to the Uchiha compound, as Naruto stood at the door, with her standing there as well. "Be safe out there," she said. "I will. I'll see you as soon as I get back." "I look forward to it," she said, as he leaned in as the both of their lips made contact in a passionate kiss. As they broke apart, "I love you." "I love you too," he said. As he waved goodbye, he released his transformation as he jumped away. After a few minutes, he made his way towards the entrance of the Hokage's tower. When he landed, he spotted Sakura as she stood in the lobby. She noticed him as well. It seemed like she was waiting for him. As the two headed up the staircase, as soon as they crossed the threshold into a non-populated area, she started to interrogate the blonde. "So, what's her name?" As she glanced towards him. "Oh," said Naruto. He knew exactly who she was talking about, but he was trying to come up with a fake name, as he opted to use the fake name that he used the day before. "Your girlfriend, who else?" "Oh, Narumi." "Narumi? That's a unique name," she said, as Naruto nodded in agreement. After all, it was almost like the name was partially made up. "She's beautiful, but she's obviously older than us." "Do you know how old?" "No clue," said Naruto. "You haven't asked," she said. "You've taught me firsthand not to ask a lady about her age," said Naruto. She was about to respond to that, but she changed her mind and asked more questions. "Where did you two meet?" "A bar." "Really? You don't go there often, if ever." "How long ago?" 4 weeks, said Naruto. It had actually been a few months, but misinformation was the goal here. She went quiet as she processed the information that she received. It was convenient timing as they arrived at the Hokage's office, as Naruto opened the door, as he gestured for her to enter before he entered, as it was the instincts of his many dates with Mikoto opening the door for her. "Oh, thank you," she said. When they entered, Naruto saw his other teammate in the room, along with Tsunade. "Sorry I'm late." "Wild night," as he scratched the back of his head. Sakura blushed at the implication. After all, she knew what he meant by wild night, as she was privy to information that others in the room were not. Tsunade's eyes softened, as she had a small smirk. "It's not all bad. You gave Sasuke enough time to return back to the village, so I only have to debrief you once." As Naruto nodded towards Sasuke, who nodded back. He was glad that Sasuke decided not to go directly home after his mission. As he looked towards Sasuke, he remembered his promise to Mikoto to change Sasuke for the better, and know that it seemed they were all gonna go on a mission. It would be his first attempt, so now that we're all here, what's this mission? Asked Sasuke. How does liberating a town sound to you three? Naruto grinned at the prospect. It has been a while since they have saved town people. Even longer since the three have done it together. I'm always on board for these type of missions. Sakura nodded. Said Sasuke. Good. Now on to the details, said Tsunade. It's in the land of iron. The town of Molten Sun is being forcefully occupied by a large coalition of rogue samurais. As Naruto eyebrow rose at that, the land of iron was not a quick walk away. He was going to be out of the village for a long amount of time. Sakura eyes widened for different reasons. Lady Tsunade, doesn't the samurais usually avoid interacting with ninjas? Wouldn't they rather handle this amongst themselves? Tsunade nodded at that. They would never meddle with us if they could handle it themselves. But the samurais has not requested this liberation. One of the residents of the town has. He's a wealthy businessman, one of the most profiting distributors of chakra metal. The regime occupying the town has put a stop to his whole operation. And that is where you guys come in, helping him ensure a favorable relationship between our village and some much needed business. Any other questions, if any comes up, take a look through the official mission request. As she gave the paper to Sasuke, who stored it away. With that out of the way, I need to go home and restock before we head out. As Sasuke left the room, Naruto offered a similar statement before he left. With the two men gone, Tsunade and her master were the only one left. As she made sure that the two of them were gone, Lady Tsunade, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. As for Naruto, as he paused when he saw Sasuke chatting up the receptionist, as Naruto teased the both of them in good fun, but the two of them denied what he said. As he suspected that Mimirai was doing this to follow what Sasuke was doing. Well, he did that last time. This time, he left them alone uninterrupted. Regrettably though, this mission will keep him away from his newfound love for at least a week or so. But he had to get it done. Time skip. As Naruto was waiting, as he heard Sakura call his name. Hey Sakura, he said, as he were at the gate. Sorry it took so long. I had to pack extra for where we're going. She patted a large pack that she had on her back. As she looked at Naruto, he looked the same. As he saw her look, almost all my gear is sealed away. So, everything is with me, he said. He unbuttoned his flap jacket and opened it up. As there was 6 scrolls inside. Where's Sasuke? She said, looking around. Oh, he hasn't come by yet, said Naruto. Really? It's not like him to take this long. Naruto was about to speak when he felt a hair on the back of his neck stand up. As he looked up to see a man standing behind him, as the sun was cascading down, so he could only see his silhouette. She's right, what took you so long, said Naruto, as Sasuke jumped down. Sorry about that. My mother and I had a talk. As Naruto's face remained the same as it was, but Sasuke's eyes were on him, it unnerved him. He doubted that Mikoto would tell her son about, well, their activities, but Sasuke's eyes just unnerved him. Oh, that's good, said Naruto. If you were late for no reason, I would have thought that something devious was going on. Yeah, and what about Sakura? She was late today as well. Well, her situation was different, said Naruto. You know, both of them raised their eyebrows as they looked towards him. No, I don't, said Sasuke. Would you mind elaborating? Oh, well, she's like a girl, said Naruto. Sasuke gave him a blank stare. Sakura grabbed him by the neck and pulled him down as she got in a headlock. What's that supposed to mean, asshole, she said, as she was holding on to him rather tight, and his head was pressing against her chest. Sakura, stop. You're suffocating me with your breasts, he said, as he flailed his arms around to further sell the scene. She instantly released him and pushed him away in embarrassment. He stumbled backward, that toothy grin on his face. Sakura noticed that as she became aware of his mischief, as she punched him right in the gut. It was not a playful hit, as he was launched away, straight out to the dirt path. As Naruto picked himself up like nothing happened. Just like old times, he said. He's something else, huh, said Sasuke. He's insane, said Sakura. She crossed her arms. That, or he's a masochist, Sasuke said. Maybe. Wait, gross, Sakura said, as the words hit her. Can't be too uncommon for ninjas, right? You get cut, stab. People are bound to bring back home from work. Sakura's eyes were wide and her mouth was hanging out wide as well. From Sasuke's statement. "Oh, what's with the looks?" said Naruto. "Oh, we were just talking about nothing," said Sakura. "We were talking about nothing." "Oh yeah?" As that piqued Naruto's interest even more. But Sakura wouldn't budge. "Yes," she said. "Now, let us get going." As she grabbed both of them by the collars and started to drag them away. As Naruto looked towards Sasuke with an amused look. "Just like the old days, huh?" said Naruto. "How long do you think she will carry us?" asked Sasuke. "Well, at least the border. Depending on how long it will take her to get over what you were talking about." Sasuke mulled it over in his head. "We'll cross the border, and then some," he said. "You can count on it." "I'm liking this trip already." As Sakura dragged them, trying to forget about the images that Sasuke had placed in her mind, the best bet for her to get rid of them was to move. So that is what she did. The weight on both of her arms also helped take her mind off it. When her mind was clear, she dropped both of them like a sack of potatoes. "Move your lazy asses. Your free ride is over," she said, as she clapped her hand. "Huh, what do you know?" said Naruto. "We're past the border, and some." "Told you," said Sasuke. "You sure did. Alright. If we run until nightfall, we should make some good times on our trip. Let's get moving." With that, they sprinted towards the land of iron, even though it was a good distance away. The air around them started to cool down as they headed towards the northern destination, as they covered themselves with white cloaks. Eventually, as they moved, the ground started to get spread with snow. As they were getting close, satisfied with their pace for that day, they agreed to shut it down for the night. As they found a clearing, it was the right size to accommodate their gears and themselves. As Naruto elected himself to go and find something that would keep them off the snow, as he split off to go and do so. The weather was harsh and unforgiving where they were, so it was not hard to find trees that had succumbed to their surroundings. As he lifted two medium-sized logs over his shoulders, after he found what he needed for his friends, he made his way back. When he reached the clearing, he saw the both of them working in snow, in the coves of shelter. It was an odd thing, but the snow was a good insulator. As he placed the logs down, as he got to work on crafting the fire between the space of the two drafted logs. Green wood was slow to burn. Frozen wood was even worse. But they were ninja. They had access to fire. After Sasuke was finished, he made his way over, as he lit the fire jutsu, as Naruto blew wind on them to help. In no time at all, the flame was kept. As more log was added to it, it started to blaze. As the three of them sat down on a dead log that was now snow-free. Sakura expectantly sat with Sasuke, and Naruto sat across from them on his own log. As it was quiet around them, the only thing that was making noise was the crackle of the fire. As it was really quiet, strangely quiet. Sakura must feel the same way as she spoke up. "Sasuke, do you know that Naruto had a girlfriend?" Sasuke raised his eyebrow, as he looked towards Naruto, who cursed in his mind, but he nodded. "I didn't. It's about time though. What's her name?" "Narume." "Never heard that name before. Is she a kunoichi?" As Naruto shook his head. He was not directly lying. She was a kunoichi, just not anymore. That explained why I never heard of her. Maybe I've seen her around the village. "What does she look like?" Sasuke asked. "Oh, you've definitely seen her before," said Naruto to himself. But he did not answer as Sakura was the one to answer. "She's very pretty, with dark hair, pale skin, and..." She had been facing Sasuke when she was describing Mikoto. As she paused. "What? Is there something on my face?" "Well, she looked a lot like you actually," said Sakura. Okay," said Sasuke. He was not sure if he was fine with being compared with a woman, but he had a question for Naruto as he turned his head. "So, is that why you..." As he let his words linger. "Yeah, right, bastard. It's purely coincidence," said Naruto. "Is that so? Maybe it was a subconscious thing." As Sasuke was really milking it. It was unusual. He didn't try to have fun all the time. "Do you want to go missing?" Naruto asked. "I can make that happen." "Well, I mean, if I do, I know who would be the first one to come and bring me back. He's already done it a couple of times." Sakura was getting tired of their banter. "Hey, you two can stop flirting now. One of you take watch, and wake me up when it's my turn." As she huddled up against the snow embankment that she had warmed up. As the two men looked at each other. "I'll take first watch." "Thanks," said Sasuke, "but I'm staying awake a little while longer anyways." As he poked the fire with a stick. As Naruto watched the fire eat away at the wood. This was a perfect time. "Hey Sasuke." "Huh? When was the last time you took a break?" "Right now," said Sasuke. "No, not like this. I mean a break from missions." "When it was my birthday, you were there, remember?" That was the last time? Seriously? That was so long ago, said Naruto. It was only a few months ago. I've gone longer, said Sasuke. Man, don't you get tired of it? Being on a mission 24/7. No, I don't have a problem with it. Naruto took a breath as he was going for it. Does your mom have a problem with it, he asked. She hasn't said anything about it. Why would she? I mean, you're her son. You're all that she has left. But you're hopping from one mission to another. She probably get awful lonely. Sasuke looked towards Naruto with unblinking eyes. I haven't thought about that, Sasuke said. Well, please do think about it and do something about it. Naruto never meant for it to sound like a demand, but it came out that way. Why do you even care? Sasuke more looked confused than angry. He just wanted to know. Because I've been lonely before, said Naruto. And I know what that torture is like, Sasuke. Do me a favor. Don't let your mother experience it. There was a thick pillar of smoke between the two, but Naruto's blue eyes pierced right through it and looked at Sasuke, who looked down towards the fire. Take the rest of the night off, I'll cover it, said Sasuke. As Naruto moved over towards his sleeping log. Please think about more than yourself, he said before Sasuke could walk off completely, as no sound came from Sasuke. Time skip. When Naruto woke up next morning, Sasuke was rummaging through his pouch. Inventory check. Sakura was packing away her gear, as the fire was dead. As Naruto sat up and sealed away sleeping equipment, as Naruto kicked some snow onto the dampened fire, as he heard it sizzle. We still have a ways to go, said Naruto. Sasuke nodded, but Sakura replied, It may look that way, but we're right on track. We may even make it faster if this clear weather keeps up. As she looked towards the cold blue sky, there was not even a drop of snowflake coming down. Let's get going then, said Sasuke. It's better to move while we can. And with that they moved. As they sprinted throughout the day, they managed to reach the village just as the sun was settling. As they walked in the town, looking for the inn, their employers had made accommodation for them in the town inn, which they were happy to receive. Being outside in the cold made them ache for a warm bed, as they realized that sleeping was the only course right here and now. Once they told the receptionist what the client told them, they were led upstairs to their rooms. All of them but separate rooms. A non-common thing when out on missions, but they were happy for it. As soon as Naruto had touched the pillow, he was out like a light, his teammate. They weren't much better. As they slept, they woke up a bit later. The first phase of the plan began, and that was reconnaissance. As Sasuke took the load on that one, they learned who was important, how many they were, and what they were capable of. As they decided that drawing them out of the village would be their best option. As Naruto was the driving force behind this, he always preferred a less death option. Sakura agreed immediately, as she was a medic. But Sasuke didn't really care less with the way it went. It only took 3 days, and no one fretted over the samurais coming back. The three of them got extra pay from their client up front, including the pay that they receive when they get back home from the mission. All of them were eager to get back to the village, for different reasons. Instead of it taking 2.5 days, they covered it in a day and a half. The sun was high up in the sky as the familiar walls came into view. As Naruto waved to the guards as the two of them waved back, the tower was their next destination. Tsunade was happy to see them return unscathed. She had known the three of them since the Jounin days, and she had become rather attached to them. She worked for them when they went on missions, but she was also confident in their abilities. How was it out there, making a snowman? No, but we did make some yellow snow. At least I did, Naruto joked. As Tsunade chuckled at that, Sakura stuck her tongue out in disgust. A successful mission, I take it. You bet, said Naruto. That's good to hear. I'll get a report from one of you when I can. As she pulled out a mission scroll, as she was about to point it towards Sasuke, but he held out his palm. No thank you, Lady Tsunade, but I'm taking some time off. His declaration caused raised eyebrows from everyone in the room, as Tsunade looked towards Naruto. As the blonde was somehow behind this, she believed. Okay, Sasuke, I'll have someone else do it. Come here when you want one. Well, you all are free to go, she said. Wait, except for you, Naruto, she said. As Naruto paused. As all of them left, leaving him in there along with Tsunade. What's up, Granny, he said. Oh, nothing much, she said, as she leaned back in her chair. I just want to know how it's going in your world. Pretty good, said Naruto. Is that right? How is your apartment treating you? Well, it's enough space for me. And the door? It should be replaced by now. How does the landlord feel having to replace 2 doors in the same month? Well, he caused up a storm when I told him I broke it again. But he's a good sport. How's Kakashi, she said. He's doing fine from what I know. I haven't stopped by to see him in a while though. As Naruto was confused by the small talk. You've been keeping up with Aruka more then. Yeah, I saw him at the ramen stand not too long before I left. He's doing great. What about Konohamaru? Probably getting in some trouble. Good, she said. Seen any good movies lately? Yeah, I have. Came out a while ago, but it was new to me. I enjoyed it. Eat anything tasty? Besides ramen? Of course. Well, I tried wine, said Naruto. How was it? Bitter and gross, said Naruto. Well, I always been into sake myself, she said. How's Jounin life been treating you? Well, same as my life before, but I got this new vest. Oh. How's Mikoto been treating you? Wonderfully, said Naruto. As Naruto froze, his entire body going stiff. Tsunade leaned back with a smirk. Gotcha, she said. As Naruto gulped. Oh shit, he said. As Naruto did not move one bit, as he just stared. Several situations passed his mind. As he stood there, his brain working overtime. It's fine, Naruto. You're not in any trouble. As he did not seem to acknowledge her at first. He took a while. As he kept on mumbling something. Before he looked towards her, I'm not. No, she said. Far from it, actually. As Naruto breathed out a sigh of relief. Thank goodness, said Naruto. I thought I was going to be executed for something. Tsunade blinked. Executed? For dating someone? As Naruto thought about it, he was just overthinking it, as he realized he was doing nothing that deserved punishment. Now that you say that, I realize I'm a bit crazy. It's just like it seems like what I've been doing is bad. You know, he said. There's nothing wrong with dating someone. At least there's nothing wrong to punish you for. Even though they're old enough to be your mother. Well, if Sasuke finds out now, that's a completely different story. As Naruto winced at that, he should really come up with a plan just in case that happened. Wait, how did you even know, said Naruto? Well, I told you before, that Mikoto and I are good friends. She's come to visit me several times over the past months, and I witnessed her attitude change for the better. It's amazing what you've done for her. She's happier than I ever seen her before. Anyway, I want to know what brought this on, but I could never get a straight answer out of her. She would always giggle and murmur something incoherent. I was without a clue until Sakura told me that you were dating someone, and from the descriptions, it sounded a lot like Mikoto. And your reaction, a little while ago, confirmed my theory. Well, you being you, you brighten up her life a lot. Being a ball of sunshine, she said. As Naruto blushed embarrassedly. He has not been called sunshine in a long while. She's changed mine for the better too, said Naruto. It was strange, talking about his girlfriend to the Hokage of all people. Do you love her? Her question cut through the ear, as his timid demeanor vanished. Yes. There was no hesitation, as Tsunade's smile increased. Then why are you still here? I can leave? Go get her, lover boy, she said. As Naruto was gone in a second, as he arrived to see Sasuke talking with Mimurai. As Sasuke saw Naruto whip by, he called out to him. As he caught up with him, Naruto, I forgot to tell you something when we first got back home. As Naruto realized that seeing Mikoto today was no longer a possibility. In his haste to run to her, he forgot about Sasuke taking some time off. Now he was a bit conflicted, but Mikoto wanted to see her son. So he shook those thoughts away. What was it, said Naruto? Well, when my mother spoke with me before we left the mission, we talked about how I would miss her birthday. So we decided to have it after I got back. And I want you to join us for the celebration. We both enjoyed your company last time. What do you say? As Naruto was happy, he wouldn't have to wait as long to reunite with her. Sasuke, he said as he placed both hands on the man's shoulder. I would love that. I'm glad to hear it. We're celebrating tomorrow all through the day. Alright, won't miss it. You need me to bring in things, said Naruto. No. She has been getting things for her preparations for a while. I just need to go out and get her a present. Got it. Thank you, Sasuke. I'll see you tomorrow then. As they both nodded and separated. As Sasuke went back inside as he went to talk to Mimurai. As Naruto shot a triumphant fist in the air. The people in the street looked at him funny, but he could not care less as he hopped on to the houses. His first stop, getting something to eat. Time skip. Ah. That really hit the spot, said Naruto as he pushed his last empty bowl of ramen to the side. It clinged against the size of a pack of empty bowls. As he put a hand in his pants, as he dug around for his wallet. Thank you, said Toki as he picked up the bowls. We miss you, Naruto. You and your business. I miss you and I am too. As Naruto brought out his wallet. So, how much do I owe you? Nothing, the old man said. Consider it a welcome back gift. Really? Thanks a million, old man, said Naruto. No problem, your company is payment enough. This day just keep on getting better and better, said Naruto. As he said his goodbye to the Ichiraka ramen crew. As he left with a belly full of ramen. With that, he made his way towards the market district. It was still lively at this time, but not nearly as crowded as it would if he had visited earlier in the day. He knew that Sasuke told him he didn't need to grab anything for the party, but Naruto felt obligated to do so. It was his girlfriend's birthday after all, the first one that he would be a part of. Getting a gift for her was priority. The question that replayed over and over in his mind though, what was it he should get her? He hoped he would find a store that had the perfect gift. As he saw a jewelry store just to his right, women enjoyed jewelry. He decided to give it a go. The bell went off as Naruto entered. As the woman behind the counter looked up. Hello, young man. What can I do for you today, she said. Naruto had no clue what he was looking for, so he described the situation. Well, my girlfriend's birthday is tomorrow, and I want to get her something special, I guess. Excited. What do you have in mind, she said. That's the thing. I don't have any clue, said Naruto. She looked at him. Before she shook her head as she chuckled a bit. Well, can't say I didn't expect you to be clueless. Most men that come in here are, she said. Yeah, this is new to me. Can you help me find something? That depends. How special is she to you? Really special, said Naruto, as the woman got up. You mean like married special? Or I want to keep you locked up in my basement, because I think you're special, so only I can see you. Because I sell both. Oh, what? Said Naruto. Nothing, the woman said. A better question. Do you love her? Yes, said Naruto, without hesitation. Okay, that's a start. She started fishing around the cabinets. How much, she said. The price doesn't matter, said Naruto. Not the price. How much do you love her? A lot? You're gonna have to do a lot better than that. As Naruto placed his hand to his chin as he started to think. His hand fell back down to his side as he found his answer. She's the only woman that I ever felt this way about. I enjoy every single second I spend with her, and I can't see a future without her. Bingo, the woman said, as she picked out 3 boxes from the back of her cabinet. She then slipped them onto the countertop, as she put them in a line, as she let Naruto look into them. As Naruto inspected it, a ring, tiny details that were inscribed in it, with birds flying through the sky. It was a beautiful piece, one that would make anyone receive it very happy. Nah, not feeling it, said Naruto. The woman opened up the second box. The pair of earrings made the ring look like it came out of a gumball machine. As Naruto admired their elegance, but something was not there. He shook his head in the negative, as the woman reached over to the last box. You're a ninja, right? He nodded. As the box opened, a quality necklace was inside. It was a 3-dimensional part, a small silver ring. The bangs of the center of the necklace was open enough for you to see inside, and inside there was a red, beautiful gemstone, as there was a ring underneath as well. It come with this as well? Yes, there appear. Go ahead, put some chakra in the ring. As Naruto activates and pushed some chakra into the ring, as he felt a warm sensation in his other hand, he looked at the necklace that was brightly glowing red, spilling out the light of a heart. Whoa. This is awesome, he said. I knew you'd like it. The red gemstone in each of the pieces are special. Chakra conductive metal. They were sourced from the same rock as well, so they are somehow linked together. I'll take it, said Naruto. Great, she said. How much, said Naruto. Well, they've been sitting in the shop for a while, and not many customers that I get can use chakra. I've been willing to let them go for... She paused dramatically. 4, said Naruto. For free, she said. Naruto blinked. Seriously? All you have to do is put them to good use. which I'm sure that you will do, she said, as she gave him a warm smile. Whoa. That's the second time today I've gotten something for free. You rock, Granny, he said. Don't mention it. I know what it's like to be young and in love. Helping a couple is payment enough, she said. Alright, thanks. See you around, Granny, he said, as he waved goodbye, as she waved him off. As Naruto whistled a happy tune as he made his way, he was in a wonderful mood. 3 wonderful things had happened to him. He was invited to a party he ate for free, and he got a wonderful gift for his lover for free. He could not believe his luck today. The day sun was long gone by now, and the moon illuminated the street to his apartment complex. As he found that his door was indeed replaced, there was also something on his door, shining in the moonlight. As it was a paper glued to his door. As he pulled it off, Naruto Uzumaki, I'm sick and tired of having to fix everything that you break. This is the last time I'm ever allowing ninjas on my property. You are no longer allowed to live here. I'm turning the utilities off, so don't think about staying. Consider this an eviction. Best wishes, your landlord. Eviction? He said it was no big deal. That passive aggressive piece of shit. As Naruto moved in a complete 180 at the news. Now, instead of having a fun night, he had to stress over what to do about his living situation. He opened the door and slammed it shut. It wasn't his responsibility anymore. As he placed it back down on the kitchen counter, as he moved towards the couch, as he fell back onto the furniture, as he sunk down into the couch, as his head rested on the back of the couch, he watched the fan blade. He released a sigh. If it was gonna happen, let it. As he started to pack his things, he did not own much to begin with, as he could seal it all away with relative ease. The get known part was not what he detested. It was why he had to get out. He thought he was in good standing with the guy. No, he had to go house hunting. As he sealed away everything into scrolls, as they were packed in cardboard boxes. By the time he had decided to stop, he was dead tired. He had yet to seal away his bedding for obvious reasons. He also kept out a set of clothes, the ones that he were going to wear to the party the next day. The last item was a bag containing his gift. As he sat on the counter, but when his head hit the pillow, he went out like a light. As Naruto woke up, as it was now morning, as he looked around, a smile came to his face as he remembered he would see her today. He then looked over to the box filled with scrolls, as Naruto wondered, maybe this whole thing was a blessing in disguise. The utilities were not off yet, as he made his way to get a good shower. Once he was done, he got ready, as he got dressed, as he sealed away everything else. Looking inside, there was nothing left. When he was sure he did not miss anything, he shut the door. As he got the key and threw it towards the landlord's door, he threw it so hard that it tore into the door. He took his box and left. As he reached his destination though, as he knocked on the door with his elbow. Hey, what's with the box? Said Sasuke. We'll get to it later. Where can I set this down? Sasuke let it slide. After all, nothing about Naruto was rational. As he pointed by the door, as Naruto started to look around. What are you looking for? The birthday girl. It doesn't look very lively in here, said Naruto. My mom is out in the village right now. She has some last minute things to do. It won't be long though. Okay, said Naruto, as he made his way over towards the couch. As Sasuke made his way to the kitchen, as Naruto sat down on the couch and leaned back. Water? Thanks, said Naruto, as he took the glass and took a sip, before setting it back down. As Naruto looked at the room that, unbeknownst to Sasuke, he has been in multiple times. The familiar surroundings felt cozy, but there was an awkward silence between the two. As Naruto came up with something to keep the conversation going once again. Sasuke, did you tell her I was coming? Actually, I didn't. So, I'm like a surprise of sorts, said Naruto. Yeah, I suppose. What are you gonna do? As Sasuke saw Naruto grin. I think I'll surprise her, said Naruto, his words being very cryptic. And how do you plan on doing that? I'll hide, said Naruto. That is surprisingly unoriginal for you, said Sasuke. Whatever, said Naruto. It's simple and it works. Got a better idea, genius. No. But that doesn't make yours any better, said Sasuke. Go turn off lights and come back here, said Naruto. Sasuke looked at the blonde to see if he was serious. But the blonde was dead serious. He walked over towards the light switch as he flipped it off, before he turned back towards the couch. What are you doing? Hiding. Get down here, said Naruto. Sasuke fell down to his stomach as he hid behind the couch. This is childish. An unusual behavior. Learn. You can learn from me, said Naruto. To do stupid things. Well, they were stopped as the doorknob started to turn, as Naruto placed a hand over his mouth. As he raised 3 fingers, counting them down. As Mikoto entered with a bag, as it was some groceries. As she was confused with the light being off. As Naruto gave Sasuke the signal. As he nodded. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next parts, and do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a Badass with godlike abilities over an anime king, and enjoy that guys. And also, over an Anime King 3, I posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Saiyan. So go ahead and check out that guys and enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. But I'm off for now, see you guys soon. Peace out.